Have you ever wondered if something as healthy as turmeric could actually cause harm when combined with certain foods? Turmeric has long been praised as a miracle spice, known for reducing inflammation, boosting the immune system, and even fighting chronic diseases. Many of us in our 60s, 70s, and beyond have embraced turmeric in our diets, hoping to ease joint pain, improve digestion, and support healthy aging. But there's an important truth that's often overlooked. Turmeric, when consumed with the wrong foods, can backfire, causing inflammation, muscle cramps, and even severe leg pain. Yes, you read that right. And for seniors, especially those already struggling with arthritis, diabetes, or circulation issues, this mistake could be not just uncomfortable, but dangerous. Let's uncover the 5 common foods that should never be combined with turmeric and why this simple choice could save you from days or even weeks of pain. Before we dive in, if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you hit that button and turn on the bell so you never miss another health tip made just for you. If you enjoy this video, type 1 in the comments. If not, type 0 to let me know how I can make better content for you. 1. Dairy products, especially milk and cheese. For many of us, dairy has been a comforting part of life since childhood. A glass of warm milk before bed, a slice of cheddar with crackers, the creamy smoothness of yogurt in the morning. As we grow older, those habits often stay with us. They feel familiar, nourishing, even safe. But what if that comfort is quietly contributing to your pain? It might surprise you to learn that combining dairy products, especially milk and cheese, with turmeric can disrupt the very healing we seniors are hoping to gain from this golden spice. Turmeric, rich in curcumin, is meant to calm inflammation and ease joint tension. Yet when it enters the body alongside dairy, its power is weakened, sometimes even reversed. Why? The answer lies in casein, a type of protein found in dairy. Casein can bind to curcumin and block its absorption in the gut, making it nearly useless. Worse still, for many people over 60, the digestive system becomes more sensitive to dairy over time. Even those who never had trouble with milk before may start experiencing bloating, gas, or discomfort after consuming it, without realizing it's now an inflammatory trigger. What begins as a simple turmeric tea, mixed with milk or a cheesy turmeric omelet, can lead to subtle but serious consequences. Instead of reducing pain, this pairing can trigger swelling in the joints, a heaviness in the legs, or a dull ache that spreads from the knees down to the ankles. For some, it shows up as stiffness after sitting too long. For others, it's that dragging, fatigued feeling in the legs while walking, even after a good night's rest. These aren't random aches. They are messages from your body, warning you that inflammation is growing beneath the surface. And in older adults, that inflammation doesn't just pass, it builds day by day, silently affecting blood flow, nerve function, and mobility. If left unchecked, it can evolve into chronic leg pain, burning sensations, or restless nights filled with cramps and twitching. Many well-meaning seniors fall into this trap, thinking they're helping their bodies with turmeric, when in truth, the food it's paired with makes all the difference. So if you've been sipping golden milk or eating turmeric spiced cheese dishes to ease arthritis or joint pain, it's time to reconsider. You might be fueling the very fire you're trying to put out. But dairy isn't the only culprit hiding in your kitchen. Some foods that seem innocent or even healthy can turn toxic when combined with turmeric. So what's next on the list? You might be shocked to see what we uncover in the next item. If you're still watching and finding these insights helpful, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're with me. Now let's move on to point number 2. 2. Processed meats, sausages, bacon, deli slices. There's something deeply familiar about the sizzle of bacon in the morning or a neatly prepared sandwich with deli meat for lunch. For many seniors, these foods aren't just convenient, they're a part of daily life, wrapped in years of habit, comfort, and routine. But what we once enjoyed freely in our younger years may now come with a silent cost, especially when paired with turmeric. You may already know that processed meats like sausage, ham, and salami are high in sodium and preservatives. What's less known and far more concerning is what happens when these meats are eaten in the same meal as turmeric. While turmeric is hailed for its anti-inflammatory power, combining it with processed meat can actually create an internal battlefield where the body becomes confused. The powerful nitrates and chemical additives in processed meats not only damage cells over time, but they can interact poorly with turmeric, leading to a heightened inflammatory response, especially in aging bodies already under stress. The impact is rarely immediate, which makes it more dangerous. The damage builds gradually. It may begin with a tightness in the calves, a dull ache in the thighs, or a strange tingling in the feet after eating. You may dismiss it as fatigue, but it's your circulatory system crying out. Processed meats can narrow the blood vessels, while turmeric, normally a helper, fails to perform its protective role in the presence of these compounds. The result? Poor circulation, increased fluid retention in the legs, and for some, sharp, stabbing pain in the knees or lower back that seems to come from nowhere. What's particularly troubling is that many seniors choose to add turmeric to their diets to fight inflammation and reduce leg pain, not knowing they may be undermining its effects by pairing it with meats they've trusted for decades. You might sprinkle turmeric on a breakfast scramble with sausage or in a lentil soup with bacon bits, thinking it will help your joints, but end up with restless legs at night or painful swelling by evening. And the longer this pattern continues, the more damage it does, slowly tightening muscles, inflaming tissue, and diminishing the mobility we all work so hard to protect in our later years. So, while processed meats may be quick and satisfying, when mixed with turmeric, they could be quietly contributing to chronic leg discomfort and inflammation. It's a hidden danger and one worth rethinking today, not tomorrow. But what if something as innocent as fruit, something you thought was clean and healthy, could be the next surprising culprit? Stay with me, because what comes next may change how you look at your morning citrus forever. 3. Citrus fruits, especially grapefruit and oranges. For many of us, a glass of orange juice in the morning or a slice of grapefruit at breakfast is a symbol of health, bright, refreshing, full of vitamin C. We've trusted citrus fruits for decades to support our immune systems, protect our hearts, and give us a much-needed boost of energy. But hidden beneath their vibrant color and sharp taste lies a surprising truth. When combined with turmeric, citrus fruits, especially grapefruit and oranges, can quietly create serious complications for older adults. It all begins in the liver. As we age, our liver's ability to process and filter substances gradually slows down. Citrus fruits like grapefruit are known to interfere with a group of enzymes in the liver. Enzymes that are responsible for breaking down many common medications. Turmeric, although natural and beneficial, also influences these same liver enzymes. So when both turmeric and citrus are consumed together, the liver can become overloaded, struggling to filter what's coming in. For someone over 60, this overload isn't just a mild inconvenience. It can lead to inflammation throughout the body, particularly in areas where circulation is already compromised: the legs, the feet, the joints. The result can be unexpected swelling, stiffness, or a strange burning sensation in the lower limbs. Some older adults report that their legs feel tight or tender by mid-afternoon, or that their ankles look puffier than usual, even though they've been eating what they thought was a healthy combination. Others describe a deep ache that seems to rise from the soles of their feet and settle in the calves. This isn't coincidence. It's the body reacting to a biochemical overload that starts in the liver and manifests in the muscles and tissues that are already vulnerable with age. What makes this especially dangerous is that grapefruit, in particular, can intensify the effects of certain medications when combined with turmeric, leading to blood pressure drops, irregular heartbeat, or worsened side effects. And most seniors aren't warned about this. It's not on the label of the turmeric bottle or in the fine print of a juice carton. You may have been choosing citrus for the right reasons, for health, for strength, for protection. But paired with turmeric, these good intentions can turn against you. What seems like a smart start to the day may instead be feeding discomfort and hidden inflammation. And citrus isn't the end of the story. There's another group of foods, bright, fresh, often called heart healthy, that can be just as dangerous when combined with turmeric. They're sitting in your kitchen right now, and you likely never imagined they could be part of the problem. Ready to find out what they are? Let's look closer. If you're still watching and finding these insights valuable, please comment number 1 below to let me know you're here. Now let's keep going with point number 4. 4. Nightshade vegetables: tomatoes, eggplant, bell peppers. They're colorful, vibrant, and often praised as staples of a heart-healthy diet. Tomatoes sliced over salad, roasted bell peppers in a stew, or a few grilled slices of eggplant at dinner. These nightshade vegetables feel light, nutritious, and satisfying. For many older adults, these foods are part of a long-standing routine built around wellness and flavor, but beneath their wholesome appearance lies a potential danger, especially when mixed with turmeric. What makes nightshades risky isn't immediately obvious. In fact, they're often included in diets meant to reduce inflammation. But for aging bodies, especially those dealing with joint issues or autoimmune conditions, nightshades can stir up trouble because of one critical compound: alkaloids. These natural chemicals are part of the plant's defense system, and while harmless to many people, they can cause significant issues for others, especially when the body becomes more reactive with age. When turmeric is introduced alongside nightshade vegetables, the combination can trigger a hypersensitive inflammatory response, particularly in the muscles and nervous system. You may begin to notice subtle signs: a throbbing in the back of your thighs after dinner, a tightness in your hips that wasn't there before, or even a sharp, radiating pain down the side of your leg that feels strangely similar to sciatica. These aren't random symptoms. They're signs of neuromuscular inflammation, the kind that's often ignored until it becomes unbearable. Turmeric, in its best form, is supposed to calm inflammation, but in the presence of nightshades, it can actually intensify sensitivity in people with arthritis, joint degeneration, or nerve compression. The body's attempt to fight off the alkaloids can backfire, causing more heat, more swelling, and more discomfort in already vulnerable areas like the knees, lower back, and calves. The pain can be so deceptive that you might blame it on age or a pulled muscle, not realizing it's connected to what you ate just hours earlier. And since these vegetables are commonly included in low sodium or Mediterranean style diets, many seniors consume them regularly, completely unaware that when paired with turmeric, they could be silently fueling nerve irritation and chronic leg discomfort. It's a sobering thought, especially for those of us who have always believed that eating fresh and colorful means eating right. But the truth is, food is powerful, and in the wrong combinations, even healthy choices can become harmful. And now we come to perhaps the most surprising culprit of all. It hides in plain sight, appears in nearly every pantry, and has been sweetening our lives for generations. But when combined with turmeric, it can undo all your efforts to fight pain and inflammation. Are you ready to uncover this hidden threat? Let's take a closer look. 5. Refined sugar, white sugar, sweets, soft drinks. There's a certain kind of comfort in sweetness. A slice of pie passed around the table, a soft cookie with afternoon coffee, a fizzy drink that brings a little joy on a hot day. For those of us in our senior years, sugar has long been a quiet companion, woven into memories of celebration, tradition, and even self-care. But what many of us don't realize is that refined sugar, when paired with turmeric, can quietly sabotage our best efforts to manage pain, inflammation, and aging. On its own, sugar is already problematic for older bodies. It spikes blood sugar, stiffens blood vessels, and accelerates inflammation. These effects are well known. But the real concern arises when sugar enters the body alongside turmeric, an herb we often turn to for healing and relief. Turmeric is meant to reduce inflammation, but when consumed with refined sugar, it's like putting water and fire on the same match. The body receives conflicting signals, one telling it to calm down, the other commanding it to flare up. This inner conflict doesn't just cancel out turmeric's benefits, it can lead to an inflammatory surge, particularly in areas already vulnerable with age, like the lower limbs. Seniors who regularly enjoy sweet snacks or sugary drinks with turmeric-based meals or supplements may begin to notice subtle creeping symptoms, a dull burning in the calves, tightness in the ankles, or a sense of heaviness in the legs that grows worse by evening. Over time, this can evolve into chronic leg pain, fluid retention, or a tingling that interrupts sleep. And perhaps most dangerously of all, the inflammation driven by sugar is persistent. It lingers beneath the surface, keeping your joints irritated and your circulation strained. What's worse, many seniors unknowingly make this combination a daily habit. A turmeric latte sweetened with syrup, a turmeric capsule taken after dessert, a homemade curry served with a sugary soda. Each time, a small act that seems harmless, but adds up to long-term damage. Refined sugar doesn't just diminish turmeric's effect, it flips it. It turns an anti-inflammatory into a passive bystander, or worse, an enabler of pain. And for those of us who are trying to hold on to mobility, independence, and quality of life, this is not a risk worth taking. Still, all is not lost, because the key to protecting your health isn't just avoiding harmful combinations, it's knowing what to do instead. What foods can you pair with turmeric to truly help your joints, reduce leg pain, and restore energy? That's where we go next, and it's the part many forget but absolutely need to know. 6. What you can do right now. By the time we reach our 60s and beyond, we've learned that health isn't about quick fixes. It's about small, wise choices made with consistency and care. And when it comes to turmeric, a spice many of us turn to in search of relief and healing, the real key lies not just in using it, but in understanding how to use it well. If you've unknowingly combined turmeric with the wrong foods, causing more pain than comfort, know this: it's not too late to turn things around. The first and most important step is awareness. Begin by paying close attention to how your body feels after meals. Keep a simple journal, not to count calories, but to connect the dots between what you eat and how your legs, joints, or energy levels respond afterward. Even a few notes a day can uncover patterns that your memory might miss. That discomfort you feel in the late afternoon, it could be traced back to something you had at lunch. Next, create a little distance between turmeric and the five foods we've talked about: dairy, processed meats, citrus fruits, nightshades, and refined sugar. That doesn't mean you need to give up everything at once. But when you do choose to use turmeric, whether in tea, a meal, or a supplement, try pairing it with ingredients that support its healing potential, not block it. Think of simple, nourishing companions: black pepper, which helps your body absorb curcumin; a drizzle of olive oil, which carries the turmeric into your cells; leafy greens, lentils, whole grains, foods that cool the fire of inflammation instead of feeding it. Hydration is also key. As we age, dehydration becomes a silent enemy, making inflammation worse and slowing down the body's natural healing. If you're adding turmeric to your routine, make sure you're also drinking plenty of clean, fresh water to help your body process it effectively. Finally, never be afraid to ask your doctor or pharmacist how turmeric might interact with your medications. What works for one person may not work for another, especially in our later years when our bodies are more sensitive, more reactive, and more in need of gentle, intentional care. You have the power to protect your health, not through extremes, but through wisdom. And when used correctly, turmeric can still be part of that journey. But the real strength lies in how you use it and with what. The wisdom of listening to your body. At this stage in life, we no longer chase trends or fall for fads. We've lived through enough seasons of health and hardship to know that true well-being comes from slowing down, paying attention, and trusting the quiet signals our bodies have been giving us all along. Turmeric, for many of us, has been one of those trusted remedies, a golden thread woven into our routines with hope. Hope for less pain, hope for stronger joints, hope for just a little more ease as we move through the day. But as with all things in life, it's not just what we add in, it's also what we pair it with, what we avoid, and what we learn along the way. The five food groups we've talked about may seem harmless on the surface. In fact, you may have been told that some of them, like citrus fruits or nightshade vegetables, are part of a healthy diet. And perhaps they once were. But as our bodies age, the rules change. Our digestive systems slow down. Our immune responses shift. What once helped us can now harm us, simply because our internal chemistry has evolved. I've seen this in my own life. I used to enjoy turmeric with milk every evening, thinking it would soothe my joints. But instead, I'd wake up with stiff knees and burning calves. I blamed old age, the weather, poor sleep. It never crossed my mind that the very thing I believed was helping me might be working against me, simply because I was combining it with the wrong foods. It took trial, error, and careful observation to realize that healing isn't just about adding more. It's about knowing better. If there's one message I'd like you to carry with you, it's this: your body is always speaking to you. Sometimes it whispers through tightness in your legs. Sometimes it cries out through pain in your hips or numbness in your feet. These are not random discomforts. They are the language of your body asking for balance, for attention, for care. And care looks different now. It looks like saying no to what used to be easy. It looks like reading labels a little more closely. It looks like listening, really listening, to the after effects of every meal. Most importantly, it looks like giving yourself the grace to make changes, even to long-held habits, in the name of feeling better today than you did yesterday. Turmeric still has a place in your life. It still holds the potential to comfort and heal, but only when it's allowed to do its job, free from the interference of foods that sabotage its strength. This journey is not about fear. It's about empowerment through knowledge and healing through awareness. And it's about honoring the wisdom you've earned over a lifetime by making choices today that reflect how much you value your tomorrow. So listen closely, trust what you feel, and always remember, in this chapter of life, your body doesn't need more noise. It needs you to hear it. These lessons are meant to inspire you to live fully and authentically. Now, I'd love to hear from you. Take a moment to reflect and share one thing you've learned and plan to apply in your own life. Let's support each other on this journey toward embracing these truths. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment with we won. If not, feel free to comment with ye 0. Your feedback means a lot to us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more content like this. Thank you for watching, and here's to living life on your own terms.